All right, today we're gonna look at 5 ads from the 1900s that would absolutely print money in modern marketing. Now, if you've been on this channel before, you know that the entire purpose of this is to help your business make more money, whether it's from your ads, your funnels, your email marketing, whatever it is. So if you're new here, welcome in. And if you're back, welcome back to another video. Let's get into it. All right, so 5 ads from the 1900s that would absolutely print in modern marketing. And we're gonna relate each of these back to modern day like e-commerce style businesses so that you can use them in your marketing. All right, so number one here, we got a print ad from Rolls-Royce written by the legend David Ogilvy. It's kind of titled like at 60 miles an hour. So in this ad, they kind of go over a lot of different points, as you can see here, like numbered out, or mainly just like benefits of the Rolls-Royce car. But the main takeaway here is very specific, measurable claims are better than vague, immeasurable claims. So if you read this through, Ogilvy did not say like this car is super quiet. He provided extremely vivid, specific details that make the benefit tangible. Now, how could you apply this? You could turn your product descriptions, as an example, into specific claims that make the benefit very tangible and easy to imagine in the reader's head rather than just like broad, basic copy like most brands will have in their product descriptions. As an example, instead of saying high quality protein powder, you might say, it dissolves completely in 3 seconds with 0 clumping, even in cold water. That's a lot more tangible and it's a lot easier to put in your head and actually envision. All right, next up, we got the legendary Purity Schlitz beer ad by Claude Hopkins. If you're into old school advertising, you know these guys like David Ogilvy, Claude Hopkins, all these types of people. And the honest truth is that a lot of the modern marketing information that gets passed around now is just regurgitated info from these like OG direct response legends or copywriters. And nowadays with, modern internet marketing, it's so much easier for us to get results quickly. And these guys back in the day had to be extremely good at their craft because it took so much time to go out, publish a print ad, and to actually make it profitable. The attention to detail back in these old ads is a lot. There's just a lot that we can take away from it. So now to get into this Purity Schlitz beer ad, the main takeaway from this ad was that you can differentiate commoditized products by essentially just telling the story that nobody else is telling, even if everybody's already doing that exact thing or that story. Or like to be more specific here, you want to educate the readers on how you actually make or manufacture, how the product came to be. For this example in the Schlitz beer ad, Claude Hopkins realized that Schlitz was struggling and nobody in this industry was explaining the crazy process that had to be endured for the beer to become what it is. So he explained all the like triple diamond press, whatever it was, and no one else was telling that story, so it stood out. How can you apply this? So you want to highlight your manufacturing, your sourcing, or your testing processes in organic content, in aware market ads, so like people that already kind of know about you, you want to like actually get them to make that purchase. You can also do this in your email marketing. It's a great place to do it because these are people that have already been brought into your ecosystem, and now we want to just educate them further on why they should trust us and become a longtime buyer from us and our brand. This is also very relevant for product categories like supplements or skincare or food and beverage, where the ingredients and the actual process that goes into making the product is super important to the overall trust or success of the product. As an example, a joint pain supplement can show where they source the ingredients, how the powder is made, and then how it's encapsulated, how they get it shipped out to you. And this could all be done in a singular video ad with just quick, engaging cuts and transition. All right, number 3, they laughed when I sat down at the piano ad by John Caples. This is a legendary one. You may have even heard of it. But the main takeaway from this ad was that the headline drove so much curiosity that pretty much anybody would actually want to read the rest of it. And it also calls out a very relevant audience, which is people that might want piano lessons. The other big takeaway here is that a transformation story can turn skeptics into believers. It's very basic, but it's very true. Now, as for the actual application of this one, you want to pinpoint the top 3 to 5 objections that people have toward your product and address them in abandonment email flows, ads, landing pages, even on your website, pages on your website, all that type of stuff. Because by addressing these objections up front and being clear about them and how you overcome these objections, it's just a lot easier to build trust. I also want to jump back here and point out that storytelling is also a massive piece of this ad, and it's a big reason why it probably succeeded so much. Because in case you can kind of read that at the beginning there, it starts as a story. He's telling the story of how, like Arthur started playing the piano, everyone loved it, and then he jumped up there and everyone kind of laughed. Now, the point of handling objections literally applies to anything. It could be physical products, agency services like what we sell, literally anything for any business. You're gonna always have some type of objection. One example is if you sell non-toxic clothing, for example, an objection you might get is no matter what, you can't fully avoid toxins, right? So you might create email marketing that explains that clothing is the worst thing to have in your life that's toxic, since your skin soaks it in directly during exercise. All right, number 4, this is a great one. We got the 2 young men ad from the Wall Street Journal. So the main message of this ad is that these 2 men kind of meet up for their 25th reunion, and they had very different lives. As you can see how it says here, one of them was a manager of a small department of that company, and the other was the company's president. And then the Wall Street Journal goes through and kind of explains that the one that was the president got educated through something like the Wall Street Journal. And the big takeaway from this one is that you want to be selling the outcome, not the product. The product is simply the mechanism to achieve the outcome so that they can become the person that they want to become. This also kind of plays into the identity that someone desires. So the way you can apply this is in all of your marketing, whether, again, an ad, a funnel, landing page, your website, your emails, your texts, whatever. Put the emphasis on who that person will become with your product or your service and the result they will achieve, not necessarily the product or the mechanism itself. Because that's what they actually want. They want that identity change. They want whatever comes with the benefit of your product or mechanism. Very simple example here. You want to market the 6-pack abs, not the ab roller. All right, last but not least, number 5, we got the Think Small ad from Volkswagen. This is a very unique one. So basically the negative here of Volkswagen is that, the car is small. So what they did in this ad is they kind of flipped that into a positive. And that's the main takeaway here. We want to be turning negatives into positives. I get to do a lot of coaching and consulting work with a former CEO of a massive publishing company. And she tells me all the time that you want to take the negatives that are associated with whatever campaign you're promoting and flip that into a positive. It's always going to be specific to whatever the scenario is, but based on whatever it is, you can almost always flip that negative into a positive in some way or another. But it can't be fake. It has to be a real logical conclusion for why this is actually a good thing. Obviously, you can't always do it, but most of the time you can get away with it. So for you to apply this, you want to consider the worst parts about your product or the biggest objections again, and explain the justifications or the why behind them to make them a positive thing. So one example of this would be a skincare brand with high price points. They could position their products for high quality buyers by explaining how selective they are on their ingredients and how much goes into formulating their products in a way to get them to work extremely well and both naturally and cleanly. So this is essentially taking the negative of high price points and flipping it into a positive because we put so much time and effort and labor into the ingredients and the formulation. All right, that's all we got here. If you want a retention marketing team to implement principles like this for your company, we will help you get more out of your customers and raise their lifetime value for your company to maximize your profitability by using value-based retention systems, which are rooted in email and S marketing. Our pricing, just to be upfront about that, ranges from anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 in month 1, and then custom recurring prices from there. We're a fully done for you partner, so whenever you're working with us, we do everything ourselves. We're a fully in-house team done for you. And yeah, we generated over $10 million for brands. And I'm gonna leave this document in the description so you can click this and check out the results we've driven as well. So the first link in the description, you can click there to book a quick call with me to talk more, or you can jump on my newsletter for free. I send out content like this all the time. That newsletter, again, 100% free. Jump on there if you want. Yeah, that's all we got. Hope you found this video valuable. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.